Man, I've been waiting a few years for this one. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Mr. Money1235 here yet again for a review of the new Broken Bells album, After the Disco. Back in 2010, I really got into these guys. I absolutely loved their first album and couldn't wait to hear more material from these guys. They released a little EP in 2011 that I actually wasn't too hot on. I was a little bit disappointed. But as time went on and I listened to more music, I kind of forgot about these guys, honestly, until I found out that they were coming out with an album this year. The first song on this album is called A Perfect World, and I absolutely think this is the best way to start off this album. A really light little synthesizer part right there at the very beginning, and then the drums come in and the track's tempo keeps going up and up and up. And the way that the vocals are delivered just make this track an awesome way to begin an album. It's got an explosive chorus, and the lyrics on this song are really good too. After this song we have the track After the Disco, a really 80s inspired song. The first track was really 80s inspired as well. There's a whole lot of tracks on this album that kind of use 80s synthesizer pop music as an influence, I think. And you guys know how much of a sucker I am for that stuff. But After the Disco, once again, has a really catchy chorus to it, a really good hook, and along with that has plenty of those 80s synthesizer style solos in there. So I think that's a great track, and then we go into the 1970s on the next track, Holding On to Life, which was the first single released from the album. This song is really disco inspired. I can picture a bunch of people in bell bottoms and big huge platform shoes going out and doing this shit. This becomes even more apparent when the lead vocals on this thing, especially in the chorus, sound a whole lot like the Bee Gees. I mean, he seriously has Barry Gibb written all over him on this song. But I think it sounds great on this track. The next song on this album is called Leave It Alone, and I absolutely love the really acoustic guitar that begins this song, and parts of it, the way he's delivering the lyrics sounds so fucking like Bob Seger to me, and I love that about it. As you've noticed, this is a really vintage sounding album to me with a little bit of a dash of like a dream pop sensibility to it. Seriously, you take the vocals out of some of these songs, they could almost be beach house tunes. But Leave It Alone is this really epic song. I absolutely love the acoustic guitar that begins the track, like I said. It's really down tempo, it's full of emotion. Not to mention one of the best guitar solos on this album are located on this song. The next song on this album, The Changing Lights, I like, but I'm not really in love with it. While I really like the chorus to this song, I feel like more could have been going on during the verse parts, or maybe the verse parts could have been shortened up a little bit. Some parts of it, for some reason, to me personally, sound a little bit repetitive. It's not something that I can easily explain, because it's not like these verses go on for too damn long, it just feels like they do in my mind. The next song on this album, Control, I really like the big huge horn section that appears near the end of this song. It just sounds so big and epic. While the beginning part of this song sounded really kind of dreamy with a really explosive chorus, I just think this is a really great song, once again. Then the next song, Lazy Wonderland, is this really down-tuned, really sleepy, dream poppy song. The verses here, once again, are a tiny bit repetitive, but I really love the chorus to this song. Really emotive, really emotional. Tons of really great hooks are all over this album. The next song on this album, Medicine, is really bass heavy. The way the lyrics are delivered on this song, though, kind of reminds me of one of Broken Bell's older songs, though, for some reason. But I still think this is a really great deep cut as well. Along with the song No Matter What You Told, the next track on this album, it's a huge rocker, kinda. The electric guitars actually get turned up for this song, and I think it's really great. It offers a little bit of variety in there. The next song, Angel and the Fool, this is another one of my favorite songs on this album because it's so dark, it's so dreary, it's really almost kind of eerie. There's a whole lot of minor chords in this song. But I think it sounds awesome. The string sections along with the acoustic guitar, I just love this track. Honestly, the weakest track on this album to me is the very last one, The Remains of Rock and Roll. When it comes down to all the good things I've been saying about this album, the last track just doesn't pull it off as well as the rest of them do. And it leaves me a tiny bit disappointed. But at the same time, I can't deny how some of my favorite Broken Bell songs ever are located on this record. You can really tell that the band grew up from their first album, and I think that's the best improvement. They've gotten better at the lyrics, they've gotten better at the emotion, they've gotten better at the song lengths. They seem to be changing it up a bit more on this record as well, while still keeping the same Broken Bells type sound that you expect. Honestly, this was a really hard album for me to review because the first time I listened to it, I wasn't too impressed. But for some reason, as soon as the album ended, I was just playing it again, and then I played it one more time, and then I came to the conclusion, you know what, these songs are actually really good. So I'm definitely going to be picking this one up to go along with my other physical copy of their first album. For the love of Broken Bells, Mr. Money1235, I'll see you guys later.